it's time to develop your unique activation code. In this video, we're going to talk about what the activation code is and why it makes it easier for you to get fit and stay fit. Basically, the activation code is a one-page document that is completely unique to you. You will be creating an audio file version of it where you can actually speak that document out loud so that you can listen to it daily in about 5 minutes. The activation code contains sentences that are based on your strongest, most powerful, and most confident memories from your life experiences, defined by you. Your activation code is calibrated to your values and your priorities. So it's able to rapidly connect you to the part of yourself that already has a track record of showing up with determination and consistency in any area of your life. And when we harness that and use it for the way that you approach your fitness and nutrition, it's a key factor in why you can finally get the results, even if you've struggled before. This is why the activation code will become an essential part of your daily routine that fuels your brain and body. Basically, the activation code helps you regularly rise above your glass blocks, your concerns, the worries, doubts, reasons, excuses, or procrastination that has blocked you so far. And it puts you in an alternative mental state that makes it much easier for you to take action so that you get fit and stay fit.
We know and we trust that that ability is in you because you wouldn't be here if you didn't already have success in some area of your life that makes you want more for your health. So even if it seems like your commitment to that has been sleeping, even if you're not sure exactly where that discipline, strength, and consistency are at this exact moment, your desire to get fit and stay fit speaks for itself. And the reality is, there are tons of obstacles, challenges, and glass blocks that can make you forget your courage, your abilities, and your true priorities, especially if you've tried many different options for your fitness and nutrition over the years, not to mention all the other stuff that you've been through. And this is why it's vital to create an anchor that keeps you connected to you, even during stressful, stormy situations.
The activation code is that anchor because it keeps certain associations fresh in your mind that might otherwise get lost in the noise of your busy life. You're going to write your first draft, and after you finish and customize it with us, you'll be able to create that final draft. And then you'll make a recording of it so that you can listen to yourself speak it out loud every day.
When you do this every morning, you actively lower the risk that you'll get lost in thoughts that don't help you get fit or stay fit. You'll find that it's easier to stay motivated for your goals, connected to your best self, calm and patient, even during challenging moments. And it even opens you up to see new opportunities and choices that you simply can't see right now. And because you'll listen to it in the morning before you get into social media or your email inbox or all of the surprises that can come when you interact with your family or people at work, the activation code sets you up for success so that you're stronger and more firmly anchored to yourself, regardless of whatever comes your way.
Yes, and as a result, starting each day so powerfully, you actually use your energy more efficiently throughout the day because when the bad stuff does happen, you're not brought down by it. You'll be less likely to get caught up in other people's drama or agenda, less likely to get in a funk or a bad mood. It'll be easier for you to stay calm when you encounter things that are beyond your control. It will also speed up your decision-making process because it centers you back in your values and priorities, and it will help you feel more confident and certain about your choices. So that's why the activation code helps you find more energy and time for the things that genuinely matter to you.
The first group of clients that Craig and I ever used the activation code with were professionals who had to pass a very difficult test so that they could move forward with their careers. Trust me, they had a lot of feelings about it. Lots of glass blocks about how unfair and how rigged the system was, to how they weren't young enough or fast enough or capable enough or even lucky enough to get the scores. Not to mention that some of them had taken the exam so many times that they developed legitimate trauma, anxiety, and panic attacks. And on top of that, we know from the data, which was shared every year by the test company, that on average, only 12% of people were getting the passing scores that they needed. So before we started showing my clients how to use the activation code, 32% of my clients were getting the scores that they needed. But after they learned how to use the activation code, we got that number to 66% and rising, which was basically unprecedented. So I'm extremely proud that we've been able to put such a valuable and powerful tool into people's hands, and you are next.
Now, if you're like most people, you've probably never done anything like the process for creating your activation code. So let's talk about it and what you can expect to happen next. Just like when you cook a very particular recipe, you need to go shopping and make sure that you have the ingredients before you can put the recipe together, right? So what we refer to as the unstuffing process is basically just like when you're shopping for ingredients in the market. And when you're shopping, you aren't cooking at the same time, but the preparation is necessary for the meal and your nourishment. The unstuffing process might seem very random and unrelated to getting fit and staying fit because you'll be remembering a bunch of different moments that you felt strong or powerful. And you might be curious what the connection is to reaching your goals. But remember, a tomato can be turned into salsa, ketchup, or even spaghetti sauce. So just trust the process because we promise that we have a recipe that brings it all together.
So during the unstuffing process, you'll be answering about 50 questions that will make you think about different experiences and times in your life. And we strongly encourage that you get out of the house for the unstuffing process and go somewhere fresh. Maybe a nice cafe or a cozy corner in your local library, or maybe even a nice spot in a park if the weather's good, because being in a new environment is going to allow you to have a fresh perspective, and that's really helpful. So your answers to those 50 questions are kind of like ingredients. And after you have them, then you can actually get in the kitchen and assemble the recipe. So that's when you'll be drafting your activation code and actually writing that one-page document. You'll follow our template to piece together the elements so that your activation code feels natural and authentic to you. And then afterwards, you'll submit it to us so that we can review and check to make sure that you've created a very powerful activation code that will set you up for success when you listen to it or you read it day after day.
Yes. So for your longevity and health, it's very important for you to actually experience consistently the kind of power that the activation code unlocks. That's it. As recommended, head to a fresh space and let's jump in and start exploring your answers to those questions in the unstuffing process.